Good evening, folks, and welcome to Game 2 of our Wednesday triple header here. We are in Detroit, Michigan at the Motor City Sportsplex as the Trappers welcome in the New York Empire. With the Minnesota loss just earlier tonight, both these teams with an opportunity to nab first place all to themselves with a win here tonight. We are off and running here in Detroit as the Trappers get the first face-off. Oviskadachenko now will get down to the corner. Shot stop there. Reijo Heinonen will skate away for the Empire. We'll get it up to Kovalov, who will lose it. Back to Reijo Heinonen. Heinonen will turn, get it up ice. Detroit coming off a home win last night against Boston in overtime. So a late night for the Trappers yesterday, having to get right back at it in a back-to-back. We'll see how the legs are going tonight. Hollenbeck stop there. It is Osip Utkin in net for the Trappers, and then Ellis Rask, his counterpart at the New York end. Clarkson loses it there to Lackinen. Mats Lackinen, he'll lose it now to Clarkson. Clarkson, 2 minutes gone here in the first period. Kovalov shot, and it's gloved by Utkin and then kicked away. Puck was free there for just a second before the Trappers were able to get it away from their netminder. Heinonen pressed to the boards by Ristolainen, my fault. Ristolainen to Toivonen. Back to the point to Oviskadachenko. Toivonen will turn. Ristolainen tries to feed it through to Dayton Helm, and it goes awry. It'll come up to Clarkson, up to Ryba. Jamie Ryba looking for room. His shot gets blocked to the corner. Oviskadachenko with a backhand flip out to Thornburg. Thornburg to Helm. Helm loses it for a sec. It'll be Barron on it for New York. Tito Westbrook looking into the zone. Tries to center to Ryba, and it's picked off. Toivonen will come the other way. Hits it to Helm, who enters the zone. He'll lose it. Kuznetsov back to Westbrook. Westbrook as the defensemen go for a change for Detroit. Brock picks that one off, and he'll get it up to the forward Roman Horn. Horn will flip it in off the glass. It'll come down to Edmund Paul behind his own net, up to Lindholm. Emil Barron with it. He's bodied there by Horn. He'll lose it now, and it'll be Stuart Thornburg on it. Thornburg met at the blue line. He'll lose it. Michelson tries to cut to the middle. He buries Jay Ward there in the high slot. Across, they score! Sebastian Nash set up by Joseph Michelson there. Off the big hit. DiFolino. It was Michelson with the big hit, but Tony DiFolino and Edmund Paul, the ones coming up with the assist so early here in Detroit. The Empire, just over 5 minutes in, take a 1-0 lead on a great play set up by a big hit in the offensive zone. Leads to a Sebastian Nash goal. And now Detroit looking to answer. They'll get it into the zone. They'll be lost there. But a turnover. Jay Ward looking to come in. He's bodied there. He'll turn back to the blue line and lose it. It'll be Sebastian Nash looking to skate away. He tries to flip it down to Michelson and can't quite get through. It'll go to Martelli. Anthony Martelli now. Enters the zone. Stays wide. Looks to cut to the middle, and he's bumped from behind by Michelson. Michelson will get it up to Nash. Nash will now flip it in. First one on it is Carolinen. Carolinen gets it up to Ignatov. Ignatov with a shorthanded goal last night against Boston. Martelli to Ignatov, goes wide. Slap shot there on the one-timer. Paul to Crew. Marlon Crew getting some early minutes here. He'll get it to Edmund Paul, over to Bowden. Bowden will flip it in, and it'll hit off the corner of the glass there by the benches of Detroit. And we will have a stoppage here. Ignatov will take the faceoff away as Martelli and McIntyre were tied up. It'll come to Coy. Francis Coy down into the corner, loses it to Romanders. He'll come up to Jimmy Krause. Krause gets it to Bowden. Bowden. Bowden turns, gets it to the point to Krause. Down to Bowden. He scores! So Kalen Bowden must be, you say his name 3 times and he's bound to score, because I was confused on how to say it, so I just kept saying it. And Kalen Bowden comes away with the goal set up by Krause and Romanders there. So the Empire early on here, putting forth a dominant effort on the Trappers here. And that inconsistency of Osip Utkin keeps rearing its head as he struggles here to start this game. But if I know Utkin, he might just have a great second period and still find a way for Detroit to come away with the win here tonight at home. Detroit will now flip it in. It'll be Marlon Crew, the first one on it. He'll kick it to the corner. Gonna now come up to Helm, and he'll lose it as he tries to center. Sly Kovalov skates away. He'll get it and backhand it down. It'll come to Tiketovic. Tiketovic tries to kick it out of there. Comes to Jacobson. Over to Toivonen. Kristi Toivonen. Bodied there at center ice by Kovalov, but it comes free to Thornburg, and it'll be offside. Lackinen now against Westbrook in the dot, nearing the halfway point of this first period here, the Motor City Sportsplex in Detroit. Kovalenko flips it up. Ristolainen will have it. He'll get it to Ovoskadachenko. Down low to Kovalenko. Stop there. Oh, and they couldn't get the rebound there. Ristolainen lurking there, the side of the goal. Kuznetsov now loses it to Crew. Crew to Westbrook. Westbrook bodied there by Kaba. Crew. Kuznetsov. Oh, and he tries to get the back door to Westbrook. Or excuse me, to Barron. And it's picked off by Lackinen. Ristolainen. Shot stopped there by Rask. And he'll hold. Nash now against Lackinen in the dot. Another win for Detroit. Ristolainen loses it in the slot there to DiFolino. This third line back out there after scoring a goal early in the game. It's been the depth right here for New York that scored those 2 goals with Bowden and Nash. Kovalenko now enters the zone, tries to get to the middle, loses it, gets it right back on his stick. He's met behind the net by Michelson, and he'll get it out. DiFolino turns it over. Ristolainen down to Lackinen. Oh, and a toe save there by Rask. It'll come away. Sebastian Nash gets it up to Michelson. Tipped away, but Kovalenko will grab it as it exits the New York zone. Kovalenko trying to come in. He centers to Ristolainen. To Lackinen. Stopped by Rask again. Another glove stop, or pad stop there. Now Clarkson against Martelli here. And Clarkson will win it back for New York. We'll get it up to Ryba. Ryba tries to flip it in. Kovalov now behind the net. Flips it out in front. Oh, and a shot there. And it'll be touched by Detroit as a slash as Ryba tried to get the one-timer away. And to Pio Karolainen. Might have been his only opportunity as Utkin looked like he might have been out of position to get across there. Easy slash call there. So now New York already with a 2-0 lead here early. 6:53 left here in the first. Looks to pile another one here on the Trappers. Heading in. McIntyre. Oh, and it's just kicked out there by Utkin. Kuznetsov to the front. Tries to go short side, and it's stopped by Utkin. Short-handed Detroit coming on the attack. Ignatov, who had a short-handed goal last night, as I said earlier. That one barely gets on to Rask, and he will glove it right there and get the stoppage. So Helm against Clarkson now in the dot. Clarkson wins it back. It'll come free to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov will turn. He gets it up to Ryba. Over to Westbrook. Back up to Clarkson. Caesar Clarkson. Tito Westbrook loses it in the slot to Kaba. Ovoskadachenko now gets it away. It'll get to Helm, and he'll flip all the way down. It'll come to Reijo Heinonen. Heinonen to Ryba. Ryba up to Clarkson. Clarkson's got room. He's got Westbrook. Back to Ryba. Shot stop there, and it cleared away by Kaba. So great opportunity there by New York on the rush on the power play. Maybe one too many passes. I kind of would have liked to see Westbrook take that shot. Clarkson tries to get it across to Ryba, and he can't get it through. Clarkson now on it to Westbrook. Shot gets blocked away. Helm will flip it all the way down with 30 seconds remaining here. On the penalty to Karolainen. It'll be Reijo Heinonen. He'll get it up to Ryba, up to Clarkson. Clarkson letting it get through. He'll get it into the zone. Flip it down behind the net. Utkin gets a stick on it. Westbrook in front. Backhand gets blocked. Ends up back behind the net. Ovoskadachenko will flip it out as the power play comes to an end. So Detroit able to keep this just a 2-goal game as they get the kill on the penalty. And now look to gain momentum from that and try to get the goal back. Kovalov will flip it off the glass. It'll be out of play. And we'll get a stoppage and bring it outside the Detroit zone. So Horn against Westbrook. And Barron will come away with it for New York. It'll come to Ward. Jay Ward now with it, skating into the neutral zone. Tripped up and touched there. So power play here coming up for Detroit, and Thornburg wins it or loses it there, and New York flips it all the way down. Brock gets it up to Lackinen. Now Thornburg gets bodied there by Nash, and New York will flip it out. It'll come to Brock. They'll get it up ice to Kovalenko. You have Henny Kovalenko to Thornburg, sticked away. Kovalenko now in the low slot. Shot! Stopped. Gets stopped up there. Lackinen. Kovalenko tried to bat it in. Brock over to Thornburg. Thornburg enters the zone. Stays wide at the far boards. Now we'll cut to the middle. There's an opportunity shot. Off the post. Rings it off the iron and out. Oh, what an opportunity for Thornburg there. Used great speed. Put the pressure on the defense, then gets to the slot and just rings it off the iron. Jacobson now down to Thornburg. Lackinen shot gets blocked in front, and Michelson will take it away with 20 seconds left here on the Detroit power play. Brock gets it to Lackinen, over to Thornburg. Thornburg up to Brock. Brock will enter the zone for Detroit. Winding down, and that's going to do it for the power play here. So a close one as Thornburg puts one off the post, but unable to beat Ellis Rask. And it still will be a 2-goal game here in Detroit. Barron gets it cross ice to Ryba. Ryba tries to get it down low and can't get it through. Puck will kick free to Ryba. He's met there by Lackinen. Lackinen up ice to Brock. Brock, as we near a minute left here in the first period. We'll flip it high off the glass. Come down behind the net. Thornburg on it now. Thornburg flips it up. It'll be Mats Lackinen with an opportunity in the slot. Kicked out by Rask. Markov will now skate onto it. 30 seconds left here. Detroit with some pressure, and he'll turn it over. Looking to center it to Lackinen, and it's turned over to Lindholm. Ryba now with it. Jamie Ryba to Kovalov. Gets blocked in front. Ryba! Stopped by Utkin. So now McIntyre against Horn here in the dot, and McIntyre wins it back to Paul. He'll get it to Krause, who will turn it over. Markov skates away, has an opportunity, stopped by Rask, and that'll end the first period with that. So a good first period, set up by the depth of this New York Empire team, gives them a 2-0 lead as we head to our first intermission. We'll be right back with you for more action here in Detroit. Alrighty, folks, we are right back here to Detroit, Michigan, the Motor City Sportsplex. Lackinen and Clarkson ready to take the draw against one another. And it'll be one back, tie up there, and New York will take it away. So New York with 2 goals from their third and their fourth line have a lead here early, and a score right away. So Caesar Clarkson gets set up by Ryba as they play behind the net, flip it out front. Gottfried Holenbeck will also get the secondary assist on the play. So this is, I'm talking about their goals. Caesar Clarkson now makes it a 3-0 game here in Detroit, needing an answer. Face-off won by New York. It'll be Hennanen down to Kovalov. Clarkson to Ryba off the side of the cage. Clarkson way too deep to even try an opportunity there. Maybe he's just trying to bank it off Utkin. Clarkson against Lackinen again. Lackinen wins it back to Kaba. Kaba up to Ristolainen. Jacopi Ristolainen. Stops. Shoot! Stop there by Rask. And he'll hold. Westbrook now will face off against Lackinen. It'll be one back by New York. Heinen trying to skate free. He'll get it up to Kuznetsov. Blocked off there by Kovalenko. Kovalenko blown up by Kuznetsov there at the bench area. Holenbeck will turn in his own zone. Turn up ice, get it to Westbrook. Up ice to Kuznetsov, who's blown up by Kovalenko. They go at each other there. Lackinen up to Kovalenko, trying to skate free. He's watched there by Heinen. He'll go to the corner and now be able to get... Oh, tries to come out front, and Heinen able to knock him off the puck. Rayo Heinen skates away, gets it up ice to Barron. Emil Barron. Shot, stopped there by Utkin. Loose in front, and Kuznetsov unable to get it past the Russian goaltender. Ovaskadachenko out to Kaba. Lawrence Kaba up to Kusti Toivonen. Toivonen gets it poked off. Helm to Ristolainen. Down low, and they score! So a 3-on-1 there for Detroit. Leads to Jacopi Ristolainen. Able to beat Rask and get this back to a 2-goal deficit. So Ristolainen, set up by Helm and Toivonen. Get Detroit on the board and try to get a little momentum here in the Motor City. Paul takes away there, gets it up to Michelson. We're going to have a penalty coming up here on Detroit. And he'll stop up there. Not sure what it is. There was a slash or interference behind the play. Yep, they're going to call a slash. Kusti Toivonen. Yep, a slash there as Paul did take it away from the forward. Clarkson now against Horn in the dot. New York on the power play looking to regain their 3-goal lead. That was just coughed up on the goal by Ristolainen. Holenbeck down low to Clarkson. Westbrook stopped there by Utkin. Behind the net, Ryba. Ryba out front to Westbrook. He'll turn it over. It'll be Horn up to Martelli. Anthony Martelli gets it up to Horn. Comes in shorthanded. Slap shot. Stopped. Was Carolina there looking for the opportunity. So he shatters the stick of, I believe that's Edmund Paul. Yes. Horn now with it. He'll flip it into the New York bench. We will get a stoppage here and come into the Detroit zone. Markov now here against McIntyre, and Markov able to win it away and flip it all the way down is Kaba. Thornburg first one on it. He uses that speed to get there. It'll come to Brock. To Markov. Oh, and it just goes wide. Kaba and Barron fight for it at the boards there, and Barron comes away with it for New York. Minute left here remaining on the Carolinian penalty. It'll get up to Thornburg. Thornburg knocked off the puck once again. Emil Barron. Or no, excuse me, it was Toivonen. Kovalov. Kovalov looking to skate away. It'll get picked off by Markov. Markov. Shot gets blocked away. Did not get on net. Barron off the boards up to Kovalov. 20 seconds now just remaining here on the power play. In front, stopped there by Utkin. Slap shot there by Barron. Ristolainen now up against McIntyre, and Ristolainen, the goal scorer, will win it away. He's pressed to the boards there, kicks it down the boards. It'll come to Ovaskadachenko. Skates out front of his net, and then we'll flip it down. And that will kill off the penalty to Toivonen, as we are back to 5-on-5 here. 14-15 left here in the second. Flipped into the seats there, and we will have a stoppage. Lackinen against Westbrook in the dot. 14:05 left here in the second. Westbrook wins it back to Heinen. Heinen will flip it in. Look for New York to get in on the forecheck. Westbrook presses over Skadachenko to the boards. He'll kick it to the corner. Mats Lackinen skates onto it. Detroit able to exit. Jacopi Ristolainen scored just moments ago. Kovalenko. Oh, and a glove stop there by Rask. Lacking in against Westbrook. One back by Westbrook. Hollenbeck will try to skate out of his own zone. He'll get to the blue line. Red line and then flip deep. Kaba will be on it. Just press to the boards there, and Kuznetsov able to skate in to get it. Kuznetsov will skate to the point. He'll continue to skate with it. He now comes to the near side. He loses the puck finally. Lackinen on it for Detroit. Lackinen across the line. Looking for a trailer. Gets it to Ristolainen and he scores! So Jacopi Ristolainen with 2 goals here in the second period. This one set up by Mats Lackinen. Lawrence Kaba will also get an assist on the play there, as he was able to dig it free in the New York zone. So just like that, Detroit finds themselves down just a goal here against New York in a battle for first place in the America Division. Henningen gets it cross ice to Nash. Nash will flip it down low. It'll come to Benny Brock. Brock looking to skate away. He'll get it up to Ristolainen. Ristolainen across the blue line, looking to enter. Ristolainen looking for a hat trick here. DiFolino now will get it deep. It'll come to Carolinen. He'll get it up the boards to Ristolainen. Ristolainen loses the puck as he's pressed there by the penalty boxes by Nash. Joseph Michelson looking to skate in. Tries to get free, can't. Michelson still with it, gets it back to DiFolino. Shot! He scores! So Tony DiFolino blisters one past Osip Utkin. Set up by the takeaway by Joseph Michelson. Makes it now a 4-2 game. Face-off back at center ice. Martelli against Clarkson, and Clarkson wins it back. Henningen will flip it down low. Kovalov in front. Oh, and it's kicked aside by Utkin. Down to Ryba. He's bumped off the puck by Brock. Brock will get it out to Coy. Detroit in their offensive zone. Clarkson will take it away. Get it up to Hollenbeck. Over to Ryba. Ryba to Clarkson. He'll stop and turn at the blue line. Get it to Henningen. Rayo Henningen. To Ryba in the center. Over to Clarkson. Oh, he had Kovalov going down low, it looked like. Penalty coming up now here on New York. Off the boards, and it goes to Ryan. Hollenbeck will touch it up there. Slide Kovalov. Guilty there. He'll take a seat now. I'll put the trip there. Helm against Nash in the dot. Detroit looking to get that 1-goal deficit back after they just coughed it up to Tony DiFolino. Flipped up off the back of Nash, and now he will get it under control and get it out. It'll come to Horn. Horn up to Kaba. Helm now with it. Helm loses it. Helm still with it. Helm will keep it. Get it out to Toivonen. Up high to Horn. Kaba shot stopped by Rask, and he'll hold. Westbrook against Helm now. Westbrook wins it away. It'll get up to DiFolino. Kaba up to Helm. Helm to Ward. He tries to cut to the middle. He'll lose it to Henningen there. Good patience by Henningen, waiting out Ward till he was able to poke it away from him. Kaba back with it. Under a minute left. Helm up to Ward. Jay Ward. Shot gets blocked away. Ward now with it. Gets it out front to Helm. He can't get the shot away as Westbrook takes it away. It'll come to Horn. He'll get it up to Toivonen, and he's belted there by DiFolino. Kaba up to Ward. Jay Ward to Dayton Helm. Back to Kaba. Slap shot there by Toivonen, and it's blockered away by Rask. And they'll get free with 10 seconds left, so that will probably do it. Detroit might have one more opportunity just to get it into their zone. They will not. So the power play goes to waste as New York continues their 2-goal lead. Picked off there by Kaba at the blue line. He'll flip it back in as Detroit touches up. Hollenbeck gets up to the ice. Gets it to Kovalov just on sides. Kovalov stopped. Ovoskadachenko will pick it off. Kovalenko with room. On the far boards, he'll stop up. Get it to Ovoskadachenko. Shot. Oh, and a blocker saved by Rask. Ristolainen to Kovalenko. Shot gets blocked away. Fight for it there, and Westbrook able to come away for New York. He'll get it to Kuznetsov and flip it down. Carolinen gets it up to Kovalenko. Ristolainen to Kovalenko. Lackinen with it behind the net. Out front. Shot can't get away by Ristolainen. Backhand goes wide. Kuznetsov now with it. Up to Lindholm. Barron with it. Barron shot blocked away, and Westbrook on the rebound. Fires it past Osip Utkin. So Tito Westbrook able to make it a 5-2 game now for New York. Off the rebound there. Clarkson against Martelli, and Clarkson wins it away. Press to the boards there, tries to flip it out. Martelli will be on it. Coy, shot, and he's pounded by Victor Lindholm. Coy back to his feet, trying to get back in the play. Clarkson by the near boards. Rybak can't get the shot away. It'll come free to Brock. Brock up to Anthony Martelli. Martelli to Coy. Coy looking for room. Gets to the high slot, and it's slashed away. So penalty coming to Edmund Paul here. Yep, easy slash there. Thornburg against Nash now. Nash wins back to Hollenbeck. Kaba will have it for Detroit. He'll go up. Cross ice to Kovalenko, who get it to Lackinen. Lackinen now into the slot to Kaba. Glove stop by Rask, and he will hold. Face off now between Detroit and New York. Detroit to Lackinen. And it's stopped. Kovalenko at point blank range. Get it past Rask. Down to Lackinen. He tries to go short side, and it's blocked by Rask again. Rask will get it out to Crew, who will get it out of the zone. 3 minutes left here in the second, and a minute 15 left here on the power play. Turned over. Nash. Shot gloved by Utkin. He'll get it out to Horn. Thornburg to Kovalenko. Lindholm will have it. He'll go off the glass and out. Horn flips up ice to Ward. Back tap to Helm. And a big hit by Lindholm there at the blue line. Puck comes back to his stick, and he's able to get it out. Victor Lindholm with an enormous bone-crunching hit there. Ward now with it. Ward cutting in, loses it. Toivonen, shot gets blocked away. Crew and Ward fight for it there. Helm up to Kaba, over to Horn. Toivonen slap shot gets blocked away. Helm with it. Tries to cut to the center, and he loses it. It'll come to Lindholm. Michelson now coming away, up to Crew. Nash as the power play ends for Detroit, so another one unable to be successful for the Trappers. And another penalty going to come up here to New York. Helm to Kaba, stop there, and a touched up by Lindholm. So they're going to call a charge on Caesar Clarkson. So now power play coming up here for Detroit again. We have a minute 12 left here in the second period. Jacobson to Lackinen, stopped there by Rask. Hollenbeck winds behind his own net and will flip it out. Will come down all the way at the other end of the ice, picked up by Benny Brock. Thornburg to Kovalenko. Lackinen, he scores! So a power play goal here. Set up by Yevgeny Kovalenko to Mats Lackinen. And he fires it past the blocker of Ellis Rask. Stuart Thornburg gets the secondary assist there, so a 5-3 lead now for New York. As we are under a minute left here in the second period and winding down. Puck sent down. It'll be Carolinen on it. He'll get it up to Kovalenko. Kuznetsov now. Just 10 seconds left here remaining in the second. He'll go to the corner. He's watched there by Caroline, and he'll take it away, and Kovalenko will have it now. He'll turn, get it cross ice to Ristolainen, and that's going to end the second period here. So New York entered the period with a 2-goal lead, and they will leave the period with a 2-goal lead as both teams able to net 3 goals here in the second period. We're going to take our second intermission and be right back with you folks for what looks to be an exciting third period from Detroit. Back and ready for action here at the Motor City Sportsplex here in Detroit, Michigan. The Trappers find themselves down 2 goals as we enter a crucial third period, as the winner will take full advantage and full control of the first place position in the America Division. Ristolainen cutting in, loses it there. Kovalov will pick it up for New York. He's bodied there by Ovaskatachenko. Laakkonen gets it to Kaba. Kaba to Kovalenko. Kovalenko tries to get to the center, and it's poked off his stick. Clarkson will take it away for New York. Laakkonen goes to Ovaskatachenko. Up to Ristolainen. Kovalenko now. Spinorama tries to get a shot away, and it's locked down. Ryba goes cross ice to Hollenbeck to Heinonen. Turned over to Kovalenko. Heinonen now to Kovalov. Kovalov cross ice to Ryba, who has a little bit of room. Cutting in. Now he's blocked off by Ovaskatachenko as it goes to the corner. Ryba and Ovaskatachenko continue to fight for it. Kaba now with Clarkson. It'll come free to Dayton Helm. Helm will get it up ice to Toivonen. Toivonen and Thornburg enter in side by side. Thornburg stopped there. And Helm comes in and gets the rebound past Ellis Rask. So Dayton Helm makes it a 5-4 game here at home as Thornburg and Toivonen will get the assists on the goal. A 5-4 game, 17 and a half minutes left for Detroit to get that equalizer. Kaba to Ward. Ward will flip it down for Detroit. It'll come to Lindholm. He's pressed to the boards. Lindholm tries to kick it free, unable to. Horn will have it. Horn skates onto it. Ward loses it to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov loses it to Kaba. Ovaskatachenko at the point. Gets it down to Markov. Cross ice to Kaba. He'll go off the boards, low to Horn. Now Ward coming out of the corner. Shot. Jay Ward ties the game here in Detroit. What a shot there by Jay Ward as he goes low blocker and sneaks it past Ellis Rask to tie the game up here, 5 apiece. And a penalty here on New York, so Detroit going back on the power play now, finding themselves tied up. Helm against Nash. Helm wins back. Brock tries to get it down low, and he'll turn it over to Lindholm. Brock will have it. He'll get it up ice. It'll be Toivonen on it. Toivonen crosses the blue line. Gets by Paul down low. Oh, and an opportunity there by Ward, who just tied the game up moments ago. New York will flip it all the way down. Force Detroit to go 200 feet again. Jacobson skates onto it. It'll come to Toivonen. Toivonen again gets around Edmund Paul. He's now watched into the corner there by Paul. It'll come to the other side, wound around to Brock. Brock back with it. Down low, Ward! Oh, and it can't get through Rask. Sebastian Nash will then flip it out. 5-5 game here. Approaching 5 minutes gone here in a crucial third period as, again, winner takes the lead in the America Division, even if it's an overtime win. Ward bodied there by Paul. Edmund Paul now will get it all the way out. 30 seconds left here on the power play. Jacobson up ice. Gets it to Toivonen. Toivonen on the near boards. Looking to get around. Helm down low to Ward. Shot. Oh, and it's denied by Rask. What a stop there. Nash gets to the red line and flips it in. Utkin will play it. It comes to Nash. Oh, and poor play by Utkin. He had a wide open net, did Nash, and his shot gets blocked away by the defender. And now a penalty coming to Dayton Helm, who had the 4th goal of the night for the Trappers. So now he will head to the box. We'll have a 4-on-4 for about 6 seconds. And then New York will go on a power play looking to retake the lead against Detroit. Westbrook against Horn. Roman Horn wins it back. It'll be Brock on it. Rest of the boards by Westbrook. It'll come free, and Roman Horn will flip it all the way out. First one on it is Hollenbeck. Jamie Ryba. Puts on the brakes, gets to the slot. Taken away now by Jacobson, and he'll flip it all the way down. Lindholm. Now it's Clarkson. Goes cross ice, picked off by Horn. Kovalenko will get it all the way down for Detroit. Hennanen able to track it down in his own zone. Gets it up to Clarkson. Clarkson skating through. Has room. Slap shot. Ryba gloved by Utkin. And he'll hold right there. Kovalenko against McIntyre now. Second power play unit out here for New York. Kuznetsov stopped there by Utkin. And he'll hold. 54 seconds left remaining here on the power play for New York. Clarkson loses to Ristolainen in the dot. Ristolainen tries to flip it out, but turns it over to Clarkson. Slap shot. Ooh, Kuznetsov blocked down. Clarkson stopped by Utkin. So a couple of good opportunities for the Empire there. All snuffed out by Osip Utkin. Back to the face-off dot. It'll be Clarkson against Ristolainen. Clarkson wins it back. Kuznetsov gets it to Hennanen in the high slot. Down low to Clarkson. Oh, and it's just off the knob of the stick of Utkin. He had him beat in that knob of the stick. Keeps it out of the net. Toivonen now, shorthanded. Down low to Ristolainen, looking for a hat trick tonight. Toivonen pressed to the boards by Westbrook. Westbrook will get it out up to Clarkson as the power play comes to an end there. So both power plays go awry. Kuznetsov down low to Ryba. He'll shoot off the post. Oviskatchenko to Ristolainen. Ristolainen out to Carolina. He'll get it up to Toivonen. Toivonen had a bit of room, but now he'll lose the puck. And Hennanen will be the first one on it. Hennanen up to Clarkson. Clarkson trying to get around Oviskatchenko. Can't. It'll be picked off by Carolina. Now up to Thornburg for Detroit. 11 and a half left here in the third. Lackinen. He scores! So set up there by Stuart Thornburg. Mats Lackinen, his second goal of the game. Oviskatchenko will also get an assist on the play. Lackinen wins it back to Oviskatchenko. Oviskatchenko loses it there at the blue line. It'll be Clarkson. Clarkson trying to create room, gets it down low. Puck is loose in the slot, and Oviskatchenko gets it away for Detroit. Mats Lackinen. Back to Kaba. Shot, oh, and stopped. Nash. Hennanen. Gets it up to the red line to Kovalov. He'll lose it. Ristolainen now. Ristolainen still looking for that hat trick tonight. He'll flip it low. It'll come all the way around to Lackinen. Lackinen behind the net to Kovalenko. He'll turn it over to DiFolino. Kovalov. Kovalov, oh, turns it over to Lackinen. He'll get it up to Ward. Lackinen will go off for a change as Ward comes in. Tries to get it to the middle, and he can't quite get it to Ristolainen on the backside. DiFolino now up to Michelson. Joseph Michelson will come in offside as it's touched by New York. 9 minutes left here remaining in the third. Detroit entered the period down 2, and now finds themselves up a goal, with the last 4 goals being Lackinen on the power play, Helm, Ward, and Lackinen. DiFolino almost turns it over. Paul keeps it in the zone. DiFolino down low to Michelson. Bumped off the puck there by Tiketovic. Jacobson will get it away. Horn on the near side to Ward. Tries to cut to the middle. It'll now come to Roman Horn. Shot shouldered away by Rask. It'll come out in front. Markov. Oh, got it back side to Roman Horn, and he can't get it away. And now Horn's going to be guilty of a trip. DiFolino. Down low to Barron. Stopped by Utkin. So Horn guilty of the trip as he had an opportunity on the backside. They looked for him. Puck gets knocked away, and then he's guilty of the trip on Nash there. So 7:57 left here. Face off here. Puck is dropped. Carolina will come away with it for Detroit. Martelli will flip it all the way out. It'll come to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov, stretch pass to Westbrook. He's got it at the blue line. Westbrook tries to come in, and he's blocked off the puck. Carolina will go all the way down to Kuznetsov. Clarkson to Westbrook on the near boards. Westbrook down low, and it gets through! It's going to be Westbrook that'll get the goal. Ryba was out in front, blocking off Utkin, but it's going to be Westbrook as it sneaks through Osip Utkin on the power play. So Westbrook now with his second goal of the evening here, and we are all knotted up back at 6 between New York here and Detroit. Clarkson bumped off the puck, gets it up to Horn, to Kaba. Kaba cross ice to Ovaskadachenko. Now Markov. Markov looking for room. He'll lose it to Ryba. New York now looking to attack. 6:40 left here in the third. Kaba pressed to the boards there. It'll come out to Ovaskadachenko, who will lose it. Ryba in front. Oh, can't get it through. Try to get it to his backhand. And Utkin, or excuse me, I think it's Falk now in net. Reads that out. Shot. Stop there. It is. No, it is Utkin. Excuse me. I just saw the one and thought it might have been Falk. Ovaskadachenko behind the net. We'll turn it out to Markov. Markov up to Toivonen. Kusti Toivonen stops. Gets bumped there by Hollenbeck, and he'll lose control of it. Pennanen comes away for New York. To Ryba. To McIntyre. Shot. Oh, and it just goes wide. Ryba now with the boards. Gets it to McIntyre. Cross ice to Hollenbeck. Ryba down low. It's loose. And now Utkin will get a piece of it and hold on. Helm will win it away from McIntyre. It'll come back to Hollenbeck, though, for New York. McIntyre, shot, stop there. Krause had it down low and couldn't get it on net. Brock will get it up to Toivonen. Toivonen now. To Thornburg, down low. Oh, and it just is blocked away. Helm with an opportunity. Tries to get across ice, and it goes awry. It'll be Bowden with it. Bowden to Barron. Barron bodied there by Brock. It'll be Carolina and pressed to the boards by McIntyre. He'll flip it, wind it around to the other corner to Lackinen. Lackinen almost turns it over. Now Brock onto it. It'll be Thornburg. Flips it down low. Thornburg will go off for a change. Hollenbeck pressed behind by Martelli. They'll kick it free to the opposite corner to Paul. Paul will retreat. Get it up ice now to Barron. Hollenbeck to McIntyre. McIntyre has a little bit of room. Now sticked away by Brock. Kovalenko to the red line. Enters the zone. Bumped off the puck right there. Kuznetsov to Lindholm. 2.5 minutes left here. Tie game here in Detroit. Westbrook skating in. Stops. Cross ice to Kuznetsov. Stopped there by Utkin. Kuznetsov will try to skate around to the front of the net again. Picked off by Brock. It'll come up to Kovalenko. Kovalenko enters the zone. Poked off his stick by Paul, and Emil Barron will skate in to get it. Nash. Stop there. Ovaskadachenko up to Ward. Oh, we're going to have a fight here. Ward belted there by Lindholm. Couldn't see who it was. It is Markov. Markov against Lindholm. And Markov is able to put Lindholm down and win the fight there for Detroit. So Detroit now in the New York zone. About 2 minutes left here. Horn against Nash in the dot. Horn will win it back. Excuse me, a minute left. I said 2. DiFolino now under a minute. DiFolino turned over to Taran Ignatov. Ignatov flips it back to Ovoskadachenko, who will circle in the neutral zone. And it's flipped back to Kaba. Kaba turned it over. Nash tries to get to the middle. Roman Horn. Now it goes down the wall, and New York will get onto it. It'll be Paul who will get it up to Kovalov. Kovalov hit there by Kaba. Ovoskadachenko will skate onto it. Ovoskadachenko will continue with it. Francis Coy tries to get it deep. Ovoskadachenko skates onto it. He'll now lose it. Sebastian Nash in his own zone with 20 seconds left. Jamer Ryba. Kaba will lose it. Kovalov and Kaba fight for it. It'll come free to Ristolainen. Ristolainen tripped up. So Kovalov, with just 10 seconds left here in regulation, is going to be guilty of a trip right there on Ristolainen. Westbrook now against Thornburg. Detroit looking to see if they can close it out and get a win here in regulation with a last-minute goal. Kovalenko off the blocker of Rask. Gets it out front. Thornburg, shot, goes wide. Brock now on it. Out front, shot, blockered away, and Rask will at least earn a point there for New York. So we will head to overtime right after it sends us to the menu real quick, and we'll be right back. It'll be 4-on-3 for Detroit as they are on the power play coming up right after this. Back to the action here now in overtime. Thornburg against Nash here in the dot. Detroit with a 4-on-3 here for about 1:50. Kovalenko cuts into the zone. Shot blocked away by Rask. It'll be Lackinen onto it. Kovalenko tries to get it away and can't get the shot off. It'll come all the way down, and Kaba will skate onto it for Detroit. He'll flip it up to Kovalenko. Kovalenko looking to create some room. He's now in front of the net. Oh, and shot there. Lackinen tries to get it on net. And we will have another penalty. Interference coming up on Holenbeck. So they will now have a 5-on-3 as we have a full penalty box there. Interference against Gottfried Holenbeck. Helm against Michelson, and Michelson wins it back. So crucial kill here on the Duluth's possession. Kaba to Horn, can't get the shot away. Michelson will get it all the way out. Just a minute left here on the 5-on-3. Kaba gets up to Coy. Coy loses it. Now Michelson gets it tipped away to Paul. Horn will now try to skate away. He'll get it to Toivonen. Toivonen bodied there by Michelson. Good, solid hit there. Paul now with it in his own corner. He'll try to kick it up the boards. It'll come free to Horn. Horn tries to get it down low, and it's picked off and turned away by New York. Kaba up to Toivonen. Toivonen. Paul will get it away. So the 5-on-3 will come to an end. Roman Horn up to Toivonen. With now 40 seconds left here on the power play for Detroit. There'll be 5-on-4. Coy, he scores! Francis Coy gets the game winner here in Detroit as they get their back-to-back overtime wins, knocking off Boston last night, and now they knock off fellow America Division rival, the New York Empire. So a big win for the Trappers now vaults them in to first place in the America Division. Francis Coy down low, beats Rask short side, past the blocker. What a goal there by Francis Coy. So that's going to do it here for us from Detroit. We got one more game coming up this evening. It'll be in Western Canada as the Edmonton Dinos get ready to host the Toronto Royals in a Canada Division matchup. We're going to take it to a quick 10-second break and be right back with you for our stats and information. Back with you folks as we get ready for our post-game coverage. Thank you for joining us here from Detroit as the Detroit Trappers come away with an overtime win, 7-6, making a 2-goal comeback in the third period to take the lead, only to cough it back up, then to win the game in overtime by Francis Coy. So as you can see, the score there, 7-6 to Detroit. Shots in favor of Detroit, 37-26. Hits opposite New York with the favor, 34-28. Face-offs narrowly won by New York, 26-22. And then power plays, Detroit got 7 of them tonight. They were successful on 2 of them. New York getting 4, successful on 1. So the power play is going to end up being a huge deal in this game as we look back on it. Well, now, excuse me. Well, that's last. My fault. Detroit now. We're going to head to their team stats. Dayton Helm with a 3-point game. They have 4 3-point games tonight. Helm with a goal and 2 assists. Lackinen, 2 goals and an assist. And Thornburg and Toivonen with 3 assists each. Cabo, 2 assists. Ristolainen, 2 goals. And then Ovaskadachenko and Horn with an assist. Ward, a goal. Kovalenko with an assist. And then Francis Coy with the game winner, the overtime power play goal, as Francis Coy beats Ellis Rask to win the game. Our pointless folks, we got Brock, Jacobson, Markov, Tiketovic, Ignatov, Carolina, and Martelli. So, minus Francis Coy, it's all your guys that you need to score goals are in there. Helm, Lackinen, Thornburg, Toivonen, Kaba, you'd like to see goals scored. Ristolainen, Ovaskadachenko, Horn, Ward, Kovalenko. So, this was a great game from Detroit offensively, exactly what they needed from that top group and from those couple of top groups up there. And now, again, the struggle. Osip Utkin only faces 26 shots tonight, saves 20 of them for a .769 save percentage. I think things are starting to tilt towards Anders Falk just being the full-time starter here in Detroit until he proves otherwise. Because right now, Utkin, just the inconsistency, not allowing Detroit to feel defensively secure in their backstage there. Backstop, not backstage. Sorry. New York now, their team stats, couple of 2-point getters. Clarkson, a goal and an assist. Westbrook, 2 goals, and then DiFolino with a goal and an assist. And then a mountain of 1-point getters. Hollenbeck, Paul, Hennanen, Lindholm, Ryba, all with assists. Stephen Nash, a goal. Then Romainders, Barron, and Krause. Michelson, all with an assist. And then Kalen Bowden with a goal. So only 4 people without a point tonight. Sly Kovalov, a bit disappointing from your top-line guy. Kuznetsov, a second liner, ends up with a -3 tonight, so a bad performance overall for Alexei Kuznetsov. Marlon Crew and Mike McIntyre also with no points, but that's a third-line defenseman and fourth-line center, although McIntyre does play on the power play, so a little disappointing there that he wasn't able to get anything in the power play time. So those are the stats there, and then question marks abound in New York with their goaltending right now, as Ellis Rask on 37 shots gives up 7 goals. So an .811 save percentage tonight by Rask. Just disappointing, and Otto Anderson hasn't really shown much in the way of confidence either. So New York, it's looking like that goaltending is going to be the biggest question mark for the Empire. But right now, it's everybody in the American Division minus maybe Minnesota with Eddie Salo. It's kind of looking at their goaltending right now and being like, I don't know what it is. I mean, Chicago, I think they know that Ben Hawk is their starter, but he hasn't been incredible. Honestly, their offense hasn't been great this year. But Rask, there's a question mark. Utkin and Falk with Detroit, there's question mark. Salo hasn't been the best goaltender that he could be, but he's been okay. And then Boston with Sabel and Abedisiani. I think Abedisiani has actually taken that job from Benny Sabel, but we'll kind of see as they go down the stretch here. So that's going to do it for the New York stats. Now we'll look at the goals from tonight. New York jumped out to a 2-0 lead on the back of Sebastian Nash and Kalen Bowden. Second period gets off to a rip-roaring start for the Empire again. 26 seconds in, Caesar Clarkson able to net one with the assist by Ryba and Hollenbeck. Detroit, in a matter of about 4 minutes, is able to get back with 2 from Ristolainen to get it to a 3-2 game, only to cough up 2 goals right back to DiFolino and Westbrook. And then right before the end of the second period, Mats Lackinen, about 44 seconds left. Then the third period, in a span of 8 minutes, Detroit went from down 2 goals to up a goal. Scored there by Mats Lackinen, the most recent. And then with about 7.5 minutes left, Tito Westbrook ties it back up, beating Utkin. And that's where we ended the third period. We headed to overtime. A couple of bad penalties by New York lead to Detroit on the power play with Francis Coy, 2 minutes in, able to get one past Ellis Rask for the win here at home. So that's going to do it for our coverage here from Detroit. Remember, we got one more game coming up. The Toronto Royals will head to Edmonton to take on the Dinos. Thank you, folks, for joining us from Detroit. We will see you next time.